So as you can see by the title and by this giant stack of manga and light novels next to me, things got a little bit out of hand with a shopping spree today, because it's been a bit, like a long while since I actually went to a local bookstore and picked up manga volumes, light novel volumes, because normally I usually just read the stuff that's, let's say, on Shonen Jump, or, Viz Media, and, usually I buy, let's say, the, digital versions of certain things through Amazon, so basically, I don't normally get physical editions as much as I used to, and so this was the first time in a very, very long while that I decided to sit down, went to my bookstore, I guess drive to my bookstore, not sit down, drive to my bookstore and get a bunch of different volumes. Now, if you have been following my social media, you saw some of the things I already picked up, so you have a few surprises or things that you already know that I got, but you probably have not seen all the stuff I posted or everything I showed. So yeah, there's a few surprises here, a lot of recommendations you guys have given me for a while now, and I decided to, purchase them to be able to read them, do a review / first impressions on each of these individual series. So I guess, let's start from the top. First thing we got here is Ghost Reaper Girl. Hopefully you can see this. This is Volume 1's cover, and then this is Volume 2's cover. These were the only two volumes there. I don't know if there's more volumes or not, which that can be said for everything that is here within this pile, just to clarify. But basically, I have been recommended this series a few times. I loved instantly the way the cover looked. I like the general art style of it. I also like, Reapers and stuff. I like the lore and fantasy around that. So I instantly wanted to read this. It's been on my to-read list. I decided to sit down, buy it. Here I am. So, yeah, so far, definitely something that I'm going to read very soon. Actually, speaking of this series, I really wish there was a physical version of Shy. FYI, it's a series I've been talking about on social media. It actually got an anime announcement recently. I really hope that there was a physical version there, but there wasn't. I couldn't get one. I don't know if there actually is one. I'll have to check online, but I really wished I could have picked up Shy amongst this entire pile. But anyways, getting back on topic, Ghost Reaper. Really good. I absolutely love this. Oh yeah, so people are probably wondering, with this pile, yeah, gonna be honest here, it was expensive, like $600. It's been a while since I kind of splurged to such an extent, and I guess we could say being a weeb, or being someone that collects, anime, manga, figures, etc., isn't necessarily a cheap hobby. I think we can all agree on that one. But okay, getting back on topic though, let's talk about the next series here that I picked up, which is Zom 100. The first 7 volumes, as you could see here. I've heard a lot about this. Like, Zom 100 is a series that has been continuously recommended to me. When I ask for recommendations, let's say on YouTube, or I ask for recommendations on social media, people have continuously told me to sit down and read Zom 100. And so, I heard that there were zombies in it, I heard there was romance in it. You know what? That's enough to make me interested. So, I bought the entire series since so many people have continuously told me to read this, and here I am. So, I'm going to show you the individual covers. So, we have Volume 1 here. Very beautiful. Love the shade of pink and all that. Reminds me a lot of the color scheme of Chainsaw Man to a certain extent. We have Volume 2 of Zom 100. Looks very superhero-ish looking. I like that. I actually like the shark in the back, like the green radioactive shark. We have this cover, we have Volume 3, and once again, I love the colors. I love the yellow, the purple. If there's one thing I love about the series, it definitely stands out. It pops with the color scheme. Then we have a Volume 4, a little bit more of a fan service-ish, type of cover. You can see by the way it's done, but once again, color palette's really nice. We have Volume 5, which looks more like a farm life. I'm assuming the characters probably settle or able to create some form of civilization in a farm, because that's what it looks like to me. We have Volume 6, which looks more like a shinobi / samurai looking thing going on there. So maybe it's about hunting and trying to gather food or something. Who really knows? And then we have the last volume here, which is Volume 7, and I absolutely love this color scheme. Like, it has, like, mecha going on in there. I don't know why there's mechs or whatever, but judging by the headset on this character here, probably VR to some extent, I don't know. But, I really like the colors, the green, the blues, the pinks. It's a really nice cover. So, yeah, Zom 100, definitely a series that people have recommended to me, and I've been wanting to read for a while, and here I am picking it up. So let's move on to the next one. We have Arena. Now, Arena, however you pronounce it, This is a series that hasn't really been recommended to me. The only reason why I picked up this light novel is because I watched the anime. I didn't talk about it. I didn't review it. I like the anime, though, because it's a vampire in space. It's really freaking cool. It's like a vampire astronaut. I like that concept. It might not blow anyone away, but as I've always said, I'm a big sucker for vampire stories. That's why I like to call it the night, why I'm up to date with the manga, and I really, really like this, so I wanted to see how the light novel was in comparison to, you know, the anime. Really underrated series in my personal opinion. Can't wait to read it. I might actually do a review on this later on. So next up we have this series, which I think is a huge meme. I think that what I'm going to show here is a huge meme, and I'm not going to be able to show all the covers because of just what's on the covers, but I think you can look them up yourself if you're interested. But Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. And, okay. I don't know if this is a meme or not, but people have recommended me all of the series. Like, there's 8 volumes here I have. And people have recommended this series to me, telling me that this is legitimately a good manga. I really gotta keep it real. I don't even know what this is about. I have no idea what is in this manga. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be some fan service, but I have no idea. But I have been told that this is a good series. Once again, that could be a meme or not. I'm gonna assume, judging by just the covers here, which I'm not gonna be able to show on screen because this video would be instantly demonetized. It's more for the meme. Now, maybe I might do a review on these just for the jokes of it. You know what? If you guys want a review on this, do let me know in the comments. And you know what? Let's get 400 likes on this video. If this video gets 400 likes, maybe I'll do a first impressions on the first volume. We'll see. But yeah, it's like I said, I wish I could show you all the covers. Just can't. Forgive me on that one. Okay, anyways, we have the next one up. We have Disciple of the Lich. So we have volume 1, we have volume 2, and we have volume 3. I absolutely like the way this title sounds because I'm a huge sucker for just, I guess, undead or overlords or Lich King type characters. I mean, I love World of Warcraft. I know that's going to be memed on me. I like Warcraft. I like World of Warcraft. I know it has problems, etc. But I loved Arthas. I love the Lich King. I love the lore around that. And so when I see, like, Disciple of the Lich, I'm like, yo, that sounds freaking cool. That sounds like something up my alley. And it's a light novel series. So this is a full-on light novel. I'm going to assume one day this is eventually going to get an anime. That's my educated guess, unless it's already gotten one. But this is probably one day going to get an anime. I'm going to get ahead of the curve and just start reading it. You know, there's 3 volumes, at least so far I could see. And I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. Next up, which I think everybody's going to recognize, is volume 1 through 4 of the light novel of Eminence in the Shadow. So, yeah, I decided to pick up these volumes, which I'm going to show you both, like, all the volumes. Here's volume 1. Love the cover. I love the dark hue. Like, I really want to say that. It reminds me a lot of Overlord's cover design. Hopefully you can see this well. I love the dark hue of, like, Overlord's volumes, and seeing Eminence in the Shadow having a kind of very similar color scheme, I'm a big fan of that. I absolutely love that color scheme. It's a really beautiful looking cover. The same can be said for all of these volumes, honestly. Like I said, I like the dark hue. I like the way the red and the white is used. It's a beautiful looking volume covers. Like volume 3 as well. Like, look at this. I like how it's more purplish, though. This one's very purple. I like the kitsune in this background. Once again, I don't really know what to expect in Eminence in the Shadow. I'm an anime only, and I'm obviously going to read the light novel to check it out, but I really like this purple hue as well. Purple's my favorite color, so it makes sense. And then we go back to more of a darker looking color, but this time it's a little bit of a bluish green. Also like that cover. Just Eminence in the Shadow has really, really good looking covers. I'm really not disappointed by the way it looks. It reminds me a lot of the way Overlord's covers look. Next up we have here, I'm going to pull that one, put that one back down. Next up, we have 2 different series here. We have The King of the Dead at the Dark Palace, which is another light novel series. I've been eyeing this one up for a while. I know this one is probably not popular whatsoever. I know many might not even recognize this or know it. Maybe it's very popular. I don't know. But I saw this there. There was only one volume. I looked at the title because The King of the Dead, and it's the same reason I got this was the same reason I got Disciple of the Lich. That it's the same exact reason I liked it, but the description of this is about a guy that basically, he was sick, he was weak, he had a lot of illness, but eventually he became an undead, and he was able to surpass his restrictions of, the human body, because he literally was undead. That's kind of the gist, at least what the description here says on the back. It looks really interesting. I actually like that. I think that the theme of this is going to be good. And, once again, I might do a first impressions of the series if you guys want one. Next up, we got another series called The Bride of Demise, which, this cover instantly spoke to me. When I saw this cover, I saw this girl looking like she has some weird things going on out of her back, like some messed up angel or fallen angel or demon. And when you see this boy in a flower field, it reminds me a lot, in a way, of Final Fantasy, certain elements of Final Fantasy, but also reminds me of, Guilty Crown as well. Some scenes in Guilty Crown, if you've ever watched that anime, just some elements of this remind me of that. Even Elfen Lied or whatever, Elfen Lied, the way this cover looks reminds me of so many different series, and it spoke to me. This is another light novel series, by the way. I actually am excited to read this one. It's only one volume so far, at least from what I could see. But I definitely wanted to read this just because of the title on The Bride of Demise. That just sounds so ominous. And I wanted to, pick it up. Next up, we got another series that has been heavily recommended to me. Like, I am not joking. I would say out of this entire pile, besides the, Zom 100 and all that, Beginning After the End is probably one of the most recommended stories for me to review. Like, it's up there. It's legitimately up there. So many people have told me that this is, like, a really, really good series. And this is volume 1. I have never actually read this. I just know it's a fantasy. I'm assuming a Sekai, to some extent, reincarnated series. But people have told me that this is an absolute banger of a story. So I want to read this. I definitely will read this. Once again, let me know if you want to see content on this in the comments below. Okay, so the next up we have here is quite a bit. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the last series, by the way, and I picked up basically the whole set that I saw there. I got myself Nagatoro. Okay, I know what you're gonna say. You guys are gonna meme on me. You're gonna say, wow, really? You picked up Nagatoro? Because I know there's a lot of people in the anime community and manga community that apparently don't like Nagatoro. I understand why there's some that don't like it, because Nagatoro as a character, at least at the beginning, she is kind of unlikable. She is. She definitely is at the beginning of the story. But I have watched the anime. I like the anime. I legitimately do. I've not read the manga, so I can't speak for the manga. I like the anime just as much as I like Uzaki-chan. And so because of that, I picked up the entire series, volumes 1 through 12. I'll show you the individual covers. So we have volume 1 here, like the blue. It's very simplistic looking covers. It reminds me a lot of, to a certain extent, like Haruhi. I believe Haruhi's covers are kind of similar to this. This is volume 2 as well. Green, just, they have obviously very vibrant colors in the back, like this one's yellow, volume 3, that was volume 2, volume 3, this is, volume 4, red color, we have volume 5, once again, purple color, then this one, oh man, volume 6, and then we have volume 7, as you can see, volume 8, reminds me a lot of, Kaguya. This is like the Kawaii Koto, type scene that, Kaguya says. That this entire volume cover looks like that. We have volume 9 here. Once again, we have, a nice color palette. Volume 10, I like this cover. I think this is probably my favorite cover out of the bunch. I just like the snow looking gear going on there. Looks really nice. Next we have volume 11. Nice cover. And then we have volume 12 as well. Another very nice cover and colors in the background. It's it's a long one. It's 12 volumes as you can see here. And I've been meaning to read this manga for a while and finally decided to sit down and get it. So yeah. That is my manga haul. Quite a massive manga haul. 40 volumes to be exact. I counted. 40 volumes, and it's expensive. It was expensive. It's going to be probably the last time for a while that I'm going to splurge to that extent. But, yeah, I just wanted some reading material. So there we go. But I guess I'll leave the video there. If you enjoyed this video and I entertained you and you want more of these type of videos, do drop me a like down below. Does help me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, everyone. Chibi out.